Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Fem Health channel. Today, I'm interviewing Dr. Kira Barr. She is a board-certified dermatologist based out of the state of Washington. And today, we're going to talk all things about itchy skin and menopause. Welcome, Dr. Barr. Tell me about itchy skin and menopause. Why does it happen?
Yeah, I would say there are probably three primary reasons. Number one, stress. Stress exacerbates itch. And with all the shifts in menopause and transitions that we're going through professionally, personally, chronic stress can be a significant issue for so many of us. Chronic stress increases hyperexcitability in the emotional processing center of our brain, triggers our primary stress hormone cortisol, and cortisol stimulates inflammatory signaling, including our mast cells, which release histamine that creates the itch. The second really goes into the role that our sex hormones play, estrogen. So when our hormones are all youthful and in balance, estrogen stimulates mast cells, which are that inflammatory cell that releases the histamine that causes the itch, yeah? And it has lots of other functions as well, like regulating stomach acid and such. So estrogen stimulates our mast cells to release histamine that triggers the itch, and it also downregulates the diamine oxidase enzyme that clears the histamine. So then it becomes a vicious cycle because histamine stimulates the ovaries to make more estrogen, release histamine, estrogen, histamine. So it becomes this vicious cycle. This is where progesterone comes in. Progesterone, on the other hand, stabilizes those mast cells, upregulates that enzyme that clears the histamine out. So in perimenopause and postmenopause, this becomes an issue because progesterone is the first hormone that starts to decline. So you don't have that buffering impact. So estrogen, even though it's also starting to decline, there's a relative dominance of the estrogen. So there's this stimulation of those mast cells, releasing histamine, and it's not getting cleared out. So there's too much and it's not. So histamine in, less histamine out, because there isn't that influence of the progesterone. The third layer of that is estrogen also plays a role in skin hydration. So as we're maturing, skin pH decreases, shifts the skin microbiome, increase in transepidermal water loss, decrease in hyaluronic acid that estrogen contributes to creating. So your skin is drier, more sensitive, more irritated, more vulnerable to the itch. So those three contributing factors, and I would say chronic stress is a huge one because all our hormones are derived from the same building blocks. We are wired for survival. Our body's going to prioritize creating cortisol. So cortisol is being produced. Whatever your body's capable of creating with the estrogen and progesterone will decline.
Okay, really interesting. Did not know any of that. And it's important for me to know as someone who is in her 40s and will be experiencing these life transitions at some point coming up. So what can we do about it? You mentioned histamine. Does an antihistamine help in these situations? Of course, reducing stress would be great as well, but I know for a lot of people that's easier said than done. So what can people do that are experiencing this?
My philosophy is that skincare is so much more than the products that we use. Certainly, if you are in agony, an antihistamine can be helpful, but it's more of a band-aid, right? The focus of my practice really does focus on that mind, body, skin connection. So learning how to regulate that stress response and reduce your stress long term is going to be the most beneficial part of your skincare routine. And it's sustainable, it's long term. So that's why I empower clients to learn meditation, breath work. We really focus on all the things that add to stress. Certainly, if you're looking for physical products, really focusing on products that add back that moisture, decrease that, itch and irritation because the skin is lacking the hydration that it had. So ingredients, some products actually have hyaluronic acid or sea buckthorn oil or shea butter and things like that can be very helpful.
Awesome. This was super helpful, very informative. Hope everyone got a lot of value. Don't forget to like and subscribe below. Thanks for watching.